in the middle here as you're grinding it in a circular motion here. I'm just going to grind this for a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and peck the surface with a chert cobble, and then we'll grind it some more. So just to show you the time here, it's 9:35. I'll turn this off and turn it back on here in a couple of minutes and show you what it looks like. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. We'll clean the top of this off and take a look at it. Okay, it's not completely flat, but what we did is we took the high spots off so that when we do this pecking now, we'll be able to get the entire surface, and then when we do the final grinding, we won't grind off all of the pecking, or in other words, those little Hertzian cones that we're going to put in this. So I'm going to move over to a more comfortable place over here, and we'll do the pecking, show you how that's done. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with pecking. Just going to take this piece of Texas chert over here, start pecking it all over the surface. Probably take 10 minutes or so. 9:45, and we'll get started here. I like to just start on one end here. Don't hit it too close to the edge, otherwise you'll actually cause little fractures. When you do hit it around the edge, you want to hit it at roughly about 45 degrees to the edge like that. When you get in the center, you can hit it straight on. There's nothing too exciting about this. It's kind of boring, but it really does roughen up the edge. And these little Hertzian cones really result in a lot less pressure being needed to remove the blades. So I'll shut this off and show you when we get done here. Okay, been pecking it for about 6 minutes, and this is what we have right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish grinding this, and then we'll go ahead and remove some flakes off this thing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wet this thing down, see if the Hertzian cones will show up if we do a real close up here. I don't know if they will or not, but how close this thing will focus. That kind of gives you an idea. I'm going to go ahead and it's 9:54. I'm going to go ahead and finish grinding this thing here, and we'll get back to you. Got 2 or 3 minutes grinding it. So I think altogether we have 12-13 minutes in this thing. I'll rinse this off and take a look at what we got here. And I'll dry it out and show you the surface of it again. Pretty well ready to go. Okay, so here it is. And the 10 or 15 minutes that it takes to grind one of these, or maybe a larger one like that one over there, it might take 20 to 30 minutes, is more than offset by not having to remove all these individual flakes off the top of the core in order to set up the individual isolated platforms like the way I was doing it before. So from now on I'll probably be mostly grinding these things, at least for pressure blade removal. We got 5 or 6 of these things, and we'll go ahead and remove some blades. We're going to use antler this time on the blade removals. The 2 lower crutches that you see right here, they're identical to the 2 upper crutches that have copper tips. The only difference being that they have antler inserted into the tips instead. And
This here, I believe, I can't remember what kind of antler it is, caribou or elk or something. And this, I believe, is just a mule deer or a whitetail eye guard. And it works pretty good.
I'm going to do one last shot here just to show you the length of these things. Short crutch is roughly 19 inches. And the larger crutch is 32.5, something like that. It's not real critical. Kind of depends on your height too. I'm about 6 foot, 6'1", something like that. So if you're taller or shorter, you can make adjustments accordingly. Okay, this is the core that we just ground. We'll take a flake off right there, off that platform. It's not going to go all the way because of the area down in here. I'll probably go right around where my thumb is, thereabouts. And I use the small, short antler tip crutch to do it. We'll set the tripod up nice and close. Okay, got the core set up in the holding device. Put the tip of the antler right on the platform, right near the edge, a little closer to the edge because I'm using antler. I'm sitting down. Got this thing right in my abdomen here, starting to press down. Kind of a short flake. This is a primary set of flakes. After each set of removal, we'll get longer and longer blades to come off of this thing. So I might switch to a longer core and show you some of the final series of blades that can come off. Okay, here's all the blades that I've removed off this core so far. Here's the very first one. I just showed being removed with a short crutch. And these are laid down here in the sequence that they came off the core. And you can kind of notice how they get larger and larger. So they're extending further and further down the face of the core. Also, as you get over here, you'll see a couple of them here that have percussion flaking on the side here. And the reason for that is these blades here were getting, the curvature of the face was getting more curved than I wanted. So I removed a few percussion flakes in order to straighten it out a little bit and try and regain some straightness on the following blades that follow that. And some of the larger ones here were removed with the standing crutch. I get a little bit more force with the standing crutch, but they're all done with antler. And we'll go ahead and remove a few more here with the larger standing crutch. Okay, here's the next blade that we're going to remove right in line with my finger here along that ridge. I'll set that up and see what we can do. Okay, the antler tip is in position there. Got it well isolated. Going to start bearing down. Okay, here's the next one. Here's another one. Blade broke, but went all the way. Okay, here's the next platform. You notice I've got kind of a long neck on this platform so that we can undercut this area over here and try and establish a little bit better control, better ridges on the core.